Hi, I'm Anthony Adé, visual artist. It is Black History Month, February, and it's nice that I have the opportunity to share some insight on the works that I've done. We have the opportunity to share our love for our identity as Black people. Our indigenous identity is made up of 12 tribes. Within the 12 tribes, there are many tribes. The throne of David is also revered as the lion throne. Rastafari throne, the Israelite throne, is the lion throne. The lion's social order is so complex that the Israelites, the Hebrew Israelites, choose the lion to recognize our monarchy. The woman represents Alpha and Omega, Queen Omega, eternity. Alpha and Omega, the circle. Black woman, she never broke the covenant. Our mothers never broke the covenant, because when her kids are in jeopardy, she cries to the Creator, "Oh Lord God, oh help me Jesus, help me oh God." Our mothers has never broken the covenant. They are two Israelites. Our mothers, human, life, and the lion, the beast. Both Israelites, and both never broke the covenant of Jah, never broke the covenant of His Imperial Majesty. The King Lion, he sends out his sons to fulfill their duties as the prince. They guard His Majesty, Rastafari's kingdom. The lion sends out his sons. But the lions were successful, and the coalition between the lion and his brothers and his cousins and any other prince that joined in the initial takedown of the one-ton buffalo, they form a brotherhood that will last a lifetime. The sons go out, but they soon return. Daddy, there's no place to go. For humans have encroached and neighboring lions has taken up the land space. There's no place to go. Royal accordance, the King Lion says. Royal accordance, the King Lion says. And they obey because they are heir to the throne. They know that just the other day, they celebrated their first successful hunt. They brought down a one-ton buffalo. Their father, he is half the weight of the one-ton buffalo. The sons who have just created and formed a coalition, if it wasn't their father or their uncle, they would feel confident that they could dethrone this King Lion. But because the King Lion is their own father, is their own uncle, they show and pay royal homage. They command formation. For when His Imperial Majesty called upon the tribes, what astonished them, that when His Imperial Majesty called upon them to defend the last free independent sovereign of Black identity, of Black faith, Rastafari didn't tell them to throw their weapons in the ocean. He didn't even tell them to unload their weapons. He did what no king, even to this day, would have done. He sat on his lion throne because he knows that the tribe know the principle of the lion and will demonstrate royal accordance. Not one bullet fired. Not one bullet fired. A great miracle that the world has recorded. There is no reason for us as Black people to be killing ourselves in war zones where there is no war. Royal accordance is naturally performed because they know the principle and nature of the lion. That's why His Majesty was successful in demonstrating one of the greatest miracles caught on camera. You have to be organized and sophisticated to command so many people to come to one destination without confusion. And the reason why they weren't confused, they weren't like cattle at a water drinking hole that gets lost because everybody else decides to go home. No, they demonstrated they were like the wildebeest and all the animals in creation. They can gather at the water hole and they can drink and they can leave without getting any confusion or getting lost. Even though they are all black people, they didn't get lost. For they spoke many languages and many dialects. How is it possible that a confusion of generating so much differences into one path to honor an emperor before battle and war? The reason why it was possible, because the tribe was united by the blessing of David with a sling and a stone. He was able to tear down Goliath, and the throne was recognized as the lion's throne. Because all the tribes honored the throne of David, the lion throne, they knew how to approach when the king lion roared for them to pay homage before him, Rastafari. Because they all know the principle of the lion. They all know how the lions will command formation. They all know. That's why the lion and the black woman, our mothers, has never broken the covenant. They are the two Israelites that have never broken the covenant. So my people, we don't truly have an excuse. The greatest miracle caught on camera, Rastafari sits upon his lion throne. He called all these mighty warriors, even the fugitive, to come pay homage before his throne. It's a grand old tradition that my Hebrew Israelite identity always performs before going into battle. They love to shout their bravery and ferocity. I call this one Israelite Exodus, and it shows our Hebrew identity. First, we was placed in the belly of the ship, packed like sardines, because a lot of us didn't make it. They say over 600 million lost their way along the Middle Passage, crossing the Atlantic. This is all solid ink. This actually, the crocodile is actually graphite. All the solid black, the prophet. Within the tribe, the many tribes, the Christ is recognized as a moon baby. And the moon baby is a baby that the kingmakers, they will spot him out, they will search for him, or they will recognize him, the child, and they will take up the child and they'll bring it and raise it to rule. For the moon baby is an individual person amongst us that if they hold on to that identity, they are people that rise up and they just know things, all things. And they'll remind us of us as a people and where we have to go and what we have to do. So here you have the Christ, and the Christ is the key. Because the Christ is the title of the baby. and some of the babies grow and keep the gift, and the gift is recognized as a crown. So if you see the key, you will see that the Christ bears the weight of a crown. For the Christ reminds us of our lineage and who we are. For the Christ speaks of our homeland, Eden, our Calvary land. And the drums reminds us and soars us into the heavens, where the world can acknowledge that the cornerstone of civilization has paved its way to the magnificent erection of monuments such as the pyramids, the Sphinx, the obelisk. And here you have the bird representing the soarer of this height, eclipsing over Alpha and Omega, the heavenly body. Reveals also the blessing of the lion. So if you see the bird, this is the bird's head, the bird's wings, bird's tail. If you call the bird the head, the cornerstone, the nose of the lion, the drums would be the teeth of the lion, and Al-Kabulan, Eden, would be the tongue of the lion. The prophet speaks of Al-Kabulan. He rarely leaves out the lion. Because we listen to the prophet, black woman, the Israelite that has not broken the covenant of God, because we honor her, through love, she is able to raise the prophet. And because we listen to the prophet, who is the key to our salvation, we're able to pass over fear. This is fear. So this crocodile in this pit represents fear that we pass over due to the love of our mothers who never broke the covenant of God. She never broke the covenant of Jah, Rastafari, and raises the son, the mighty warrior, the mighty prophet that guides the family and into salvation. So here you have the families of the Hebrew Israelite black people. So the Hebrew Israelite Jews are made up of families that are represented by the 12 tribes of Israel. And the 12 tribes of Israel make up us as a body of people. All these families interact to show the unification. Because we listen to the prophet, we gain our strength. Here you see the locks, the Rasta flashing lights and lightning flash. And here you see the families. And here you see the crocodile tails. But the crocodile tail is actually steps that leads us to the return to our lineage, the mighty throne of David, and our Savior and Redeemer, Rastafari, Emperor Haile Selassie I. Now, just look at the outline of the perimeter. The key, which is the crown, which is also the lion, it also can symbolize sails. For if you look at the perimeter of this artwork, you will see what is revealed without drawing it, a galleon ship. So you don't need names and dates. All you need is 2 poles. Know where you start from and know where you end. You have a mark. Without names and dates, you can speak your entire history. All this is graphite. All the solid black is ink. And this one I call Israelite Exodus. I'd like to introduce to you my first limited edition. I titled it Madonna, referring to mother and child, the holy symbol of Alpha and Omega. The woman, once a child, Now she is matured and produces a child. So if you look at her robe, you will see that the designs of these spirals, say a square inch, is about 10 hours work. And a robe still doesn't shield you or curtain you away from her beautiful form, her shape, so which is her shape. Even the child's hair is textured almost like wool. How fine the instruments are that I use to come up with these fine details. It's top quality litho laser print, top quality, printed on a rag, which is 100% cotton. So this piece, will last for hundreds and hundreds of years because it's actually cotton, 100% cotton. And I came out with this limited edition, 1991. The medium is ink, graphite, and charcoal. The size is 18 by 12. The edition size is 875, signed and numbered. I advise you to use conservation framing, materials that wouldn't harm or alter the print. So ask the framer that you want conservation framing. Everything in here has to be acid-free. There's nothing in this work that will actually harm the print. So this framing is called a mold, and that's your option, your desire. It's like whatever your taste, that's up to you to come up with the designs. The mats, the purpose of the matting is to actually keep the print from pressing against the glass, to avoid any condensation, which is basically quite rare to happen if the work is properly sealed and kept in a moisture-free environment, which is basically anywhere. As long as there's not running water, it won't affect it. I use this cream mat and I use the black mat, and this actually brings it out. And the cream mat, I've broken up the plane by putting in the center a V groove. That just makes it stands out more. All my pieces are signed and numbered. This edition is 60 out of 875. I've sold more than that, but this is the example that I'm showing off. It's signed and numbered. Here's the number of this unit. One single one is considered a unit. And the edition size, meaning the volume of how many is available, is 875. I signed the title, Madonna, and then I signed my signature, Anthony Adé Gordon. I have my emboss, the Lion of Judah, and that is the complete registration of this print. I've introduced you to 3 of my limited editions, top quality, all 100% cotton that they've been printed on. They're all signed and numbered and embossed. If you wish to add these pieces to your own collection, you can just contact me through email and I'll send them off to you. As Hebrew Israelites, we have our own world, we have our own culture, we have our own identity. We are a distinguished people. The instincts of us that originated from Eden, Al-Kabilan, that spirit is always and shall always be with us. Can we honor the spirit like we honor those that are beloved amongst us? Like the lion. The lion is a beast, but the lion never broke the covenant of Jah. The lion never broke the covenant of Rastafari, but the lion still sends out his sons. But the sons return, that it is nowhere to go. Royal Gardens, you are now facing the throne of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I. The sons, they know that their strength and the coalition, if it wasn't their father or their uncle, they would even challenge the mighty king for his kingdom. But because they know that it is family, and family is first, they demonstrate royal accordance. They demonstrate formation. This formation is their strategy to take and be successful in a hunt. This formation is their strategy to even challenge a king lion. But it is their own father, their own uncle. They demonstrate that they are worthy prince to be heir to inherit the kingdom of Jah Rastafari. They pay homage before their fathers. Thank you for allowing me to share this Black History Month. Jah bless.